Hello, my name is Martin Cramer, and I'll be talking about inspiration, ways that I'm inspired and other people become inspired. The beginning of this is blank with just some colored words because inspiration can come from nothing. You can be inspired out of the blue, just be inspired, have a want or an urge to do something. Another way that people become inspired is clouds. Clouds make all these designs that make people look at them and see things, shapes, pictures, images. And when the sun goes through the clouds, it creates amazing colors, sometimes even rainbows in the clouds. And that is a great source for inspiration. Another way that people can become inspired is by observing nature, looking at the animals, the plants, just the general tranquility of a forest, and looking for that, seeing greens and browns, animals, just the tracks. It's a great source of inspiration. Not everyone can go to a forest. Many people live in a city, but there are parks and gardens and all kinds of inspiring places in cities where people have made designs or have set up things to instill a sense of beauty and wonder. One way I've always been inspired is to look at the night sky, just not even look at the stars, just the night sky, lay outside while it's nice and calm and quiet with no distractions, and look up at the stars and just get lost in thought. Many people talk and create ideas with each other. I know my one friend, me and him sit down all the time, and he has a really tough time coming up with ideas. So we'll talk, share ideas, generally brainstorm, and eventually, when we throw out some ideas, some will stick and he'll become inspired. Another way people are inspired is by looking to artists of the past. Edgar Allan Poe is one of my favorite authors, and I have to say that I really have been inspired a lot by him. He's gotten me to look at the macabre in a different light. Some people look back onto sculptures or created works of art. They'll see a large statue of a man sitting on a horse and become enthralled and then just think and come to the conclusion that maybe I should work on creating an ideas around him. Some become inspired from the past. Stories, old civilizations that have crumbled. Anything that has already happened into the past is a great source of inspiration. The Egyptians are a great source of inspiration. And some look to the future, they just wonder and think, what will it hold? What will I be able to do in 5 to 10 years or even more? And all of the new gadgets and ideas that will be out. It's inspiring to say the least. Some look to technology, to the way circuitry and information works, social medias, and other forms of technology. I've had a few friends that I've showed like little computer bits to, or just things I've programmed and done with on my computer, and it amazes them. It makes them want to do similar. And emotion. Emotion is one of the deepest and best forms of inspiration. Sadness, anger, happiness can excite such powerful messages from you and others. And when you can't look at someone that's sad or happy without feeling something. Others gain their inspiration from religion. There have been many works of art all over the entire planet, from books, literature, to massive colored windows and dyed windows, to sculptures. Religion has had one heck of an impact on culture. Speaking of culture, a lot of people draw their inspiration from culture, be they Native American like I am, or other. Cultural heritage is a great, powerful tool for inspiring. Some look at the flaws and the cracks in the civilization, look at what's broken, And through this distorted, broken reality we have of life, they can see new images, new creations and ideas, seemingly from the destruction and loss of integrity and or civilization. Some find their peace and their inspiration in their homes, way, way from the rest of the world, lost in their own thought and mind, being enthralled in their own castle, where they live, what they do. Others find the inspiration in the big city, graffiti artists, all the imaginative and creative designs of buildings, all the way down to the sheer clash of very old buildings stacked to brand new, solid glass looking megastructures. It's an inspiring and inspirative idea. Others find it in isolation. I've definitely had my moments where just being alone, left to my own devices, and having room to think help immensely. When there's nothing to draw your attention, you can let your mind wander onto ideas, and sometimes that's where you get your best ideas. Another massive inspiration is music. Many people have been inspired by music. Music is the heartbeat of the world. There's millions of types of music, subclasses of music, genres of musics, and they all apply to different people. And when you're listening to music, it just incites creativity. And others find it in games, be it board games, video games, old or new. They find creation in games in general.